I love it. There's like 5 Guyanese people, and so every time we see each other, like, we have to, like, acknowledge. We have to acknowledge. As May said, we've been knowing each other for a minute. We've been knowing each other since Philly. We actually met on a date. It got hot and passionate. No, not at all. Not at all. Mace ran away. But we became really, really good friends. And I'm excited to be here to kick off the Cupid Ain't Shit International Tour. I am, as May said, an OG. And I'm going to kick off by sharing with y'all an OG poem. So some things just for context. I like to make things up. It's a proud part of my cultural tradition. And one of the things I like to make up and pass around as fact is that Harriet Tubman is a lesbian. I feel it in my spirit. And I go around and I just state it, right? Like I share it with people. I'm like, yo, did you know Harriet Tubman was a lesbian? And it's been like an ethnographic study because, like, with Black folks, Black people usually just look at me and walk away, right? Haters. And then with white folks, it's like, oh, really? And I'm like, yes, there was a historical documentary on PBS. Henry Gates did it. It was fabulous. You should check it out. And so I want to share with y'all a poem that I wrote about it, which is a subtle piece with entitled Harriet Tubman Was a Lesbian. And I invite you to explore the metaphor inside that. Remember the time I said Harriet Tubman was a lesbian and laughed straight for 15 minutes? Jabari said, fuck that. Harriet wasn't trying to turn the underground into Henrietta's, but shit, I need a hero. A full-on Black queer woman setting fire to slave ships, cursing out white motherfuckers, and going home to love on Phyllis Hyman's fine-ass great-great-granny. I want a history where Harriet and Sojourner get together and make that cataclysmic, head-banging, good God kind of love, while Luther serenades them with skin so shining it looks like he just swam all up in Johnson's and Johnson's. I want him there singing to them. His sequin blazer, the North Star, they follow hand in hand under the cover of knotted trees and vines that rise up to hide them. The glow of lightning bugs, grasshoppers humming as Luther executes a smooth two-step to Wait for Love. Prince behind him, humping the stage. Oh, and that moment, when Sojourner bends down, cups her hands, dips them into a running creek, and says, come on, Harriet, drink. Watches the soft pulse and bend of her woman's neck as she feeds sweet water from her palm, and she thinks, someday I'll make me a poem about how I love her. That night, the first time, they found the salt to kiss, while Luther reapplies his eyeliner and Prince takes over the mic, crooning, baby, 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 what's it gonna be tonight? Sojourner and Harriet latching on to each other's bodies, sucking nipples like they delivered honeyed wine, hollering a blue, joyful shriek over and over in an answering chorus. Thank you.
Yes, give it up for Saida Agostini. Okay, listen, who did not need that poem? Listen, we all needed that. We all needed that, okay? We all needed to hear about Harriet Tubman licking on people's nipples. That changed my world today. I don't know about y'all. That changed my entire world. Mashallah, thank you for that side. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, goodness. Okay, so y'all still like poems out there? Y'all still like poems out there? Yes, we still liking some poems. Yes, and thank y'all for all that love. Thank y'all for all the love. Keep pouring on the love for Saida Agostini. Yes, 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 yes. Also, what I'm putting here in the chat right now is if for people, as we're talking also about some different ways that people can support the artists. So of course, again, I'm putting people's pay links. We also have merch. All the proceeds from merch goes back to the artists so we can pay everybody their fair wages. I also want to shout out, I see Danny Terrell. Again, I want to shout out Nicole and some other Cupid Ain't Shit alum for being in the house. We love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for being here. Goodness. Oh, yep. Thank you for that. I have Saida on pin and I need to take Saida off pin. Thank you so much for that. Peace. Saida, can you say something real quick, actually? Help me.
Yes, I'm happy to say many things. Is there something specific you want me to say, or am I just
Oh no, I
speaking?
just need to unpin your
Oh,
situation.
I thought you did that because you wanted me to, because you thought I was so special. And like you just wanted me to share my words and my brilliance.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always wanted you to share your brilliance. Okay, so I think you're unpinned. That is accurate. Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, and so what we're gonna do next is, if people are still ready for some poems, we're gonna share our next poet coming to the mic. So our next poet coming to the mic tonight is, again, another person who's one of my favorite poets in the history of the world. So everyone that's here tonight are just some of my favorite performers. I have so many different poets that I've been able to meet and link up with, and artists over the years. And I'm just so grateful for everyone being here tonight and sharing in some of their magic. So if we're ready for our next poet is Venus Selenite, Z/she, is the author of Trigger and The Fire Been Here, as well as co-editor of Nameless Woman, an anthology of fiction by trans women of color. Z are a writer, multidisciplinary artist, and sex worker. Venus has featured at the Kennedy Center, Brown University, Wesley College, and other various venues. A 2017 and 2019 Pink Door Fellow and a past finalist at the Capturing Fire International Queer Poetry Slam, Z's work and art can be explored and supported at Linktree Venus Selenite. I'm going to put their websites and Z's pay links in the chat right here. And we are going to welcome the magical, amazing, profound, prolific Venus D. Khadijah Selenite. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh, you are ridiculous. But I am happy to be here. I'm happy to be here with this audience and these artists and you, Mase. Also, I'm just like, before, I have to say this, before like I got on, I've only been out the bed for like an hour. But before I like cut my laptop on, I was remembering that Cupid Ain't shit that we did. Um, NYU has a small campus in DC, and I didn't know that until like you told me to like, oh, we're doing Cupid Ain't shit in DC. You want to come? I'm like, sure, why not? It was like, I was like, okay, I've only been in this, but literally it was. I'm thinking about it, and it was like, oh crap, this literally is about 7 years ago, which like 7 years to the day, like because it was in February. I just moved to the city, and I'm not there anymore, and that's all I'll say. So I'm glad I'm.
For some reason, Zoom won't work with.
So love, wait 1 second. You are muted. You are muted for some reason. Hold on 1 second. So if you are not,
Not speaker.
I'm going to ask you to have your
Try it with the speaker.
on mute, so we can make sure there's as little. Okay, so now you're off. You're off mute now, love.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
All right. Don't know what happened. But yeah, the first poem I'm gonna share, since she's in the news all over again, this is a poem that I wrote for Sha'Carri Richardson after she didn't have a chance to go to the Olympics. And because she's in the news again, I'm gonna read it and dedicate this to Sha'Carri. So, poem for Sha'Carri Richardson. If I ever struck gold in my garden, a medal would be formed and I would give it to her because she is still an Olympian. Black girls deserve to smoke weed even when every track and field fan is watching and applauding them to arrive first at the finish line. Black girls with their own brand of confidence and ferocity deserve to smoke weed while others question why they are so cocky or why is her hair orange? Black girls deserve to smoke weed after the world watches her grandmother lay praying hands on her temples after winning her race, after saying she is queer without saying she is queer. Black girls deserve to smoke weed after she learns of her mother's death from a journalist who should be a registered trauma offender. And Black girls deserve to smoke weed after going on national television to explain why and tweeting that she is only human. Us Black girls can run for their own freedom, where the goal isn't to stand on a platform as an oppressive anthem plays. She can stand there, free, accomplished, high as shit, and still be my hero.
Mm. Thank you. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm loving all these dedication pieces too. I'm loving to that as we're sitting here, we're gathering. The point of, and I just want to share real quickly, the point of Cupid Ain't Shit is not to say like romantic love is unimportant. It's to say that we have so many other feelings, so many other ways that we can express love beyond romantic love, that we, especially as Black, trans, and queer people, have a right to show love in all the ways, in every single way, to every single person. Every Black, trans, and queer person on this planet deserves to feel love. We want to make sure that we send all our little energy to every single person that's in this room, and as well as people outside of this room, and making sure that we all get that love. So thank you so much for that. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so what we're gonna do next, and I appreciate, keep that love kind of coming in for Venus Selenite, keep that love coming in for Venus D. Khadijah Selenite, and please also make sure that you're checking out Zira's books, check out Sai's books and everything. Please make sure you're supporting the artists in the world that are creating, because especially when I think about Venus, in particular Venus, you're someone who I think has, just one of the greatest political minds out there, right? You're someone who is consistently putting out some amazing work that has really, I know, shaped some of the ways that I think, I know has shaped a lot of the ways that many other people think. And so I just really want to make sure that we recognize all the different energy and love and talent that is in this room today too. Yes, mashallah, all that. Yes, yes. And with that, we're gonna bring up another brilliant artist who I think also has some really great, some just sharp analysis that I think is so important, that is necessary to hear, not just in this time, but always. Every time that they spit something, it's always something that I feel like feels so urgent and so needed. And so we're gonna bring up our next performer. And our next performer of the night is Etsy. Etsy is an Afro-Indigenous, trans-Pinay, multimedia insurrectionary artist and organizer. Her work entails political education while providing material support to marginalized and colonized communities, creating art/media for the sake of propagating resistance culture, counter-narrative, and collective liberatory projects that spark discourse, sources of healing, critical thought, dialogue, mutual aid, and direct action. So more info and support can be found at Linktree Bets Revolts. And I'm gonna put her pay links and her website links right here in the chat. So y'all can also always feel free to support the artist, okay? So coming to the stage, we have the very talented, the very amazing, the very brilliant, the very ready, Bets, Etsy Bets.
Hello, hi, good evening, Itamakoko, kumusta? Thank you, everyone.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna unpin Venus. Venus, this beautiful smiling face is staring at us right now. Unpin Venus. And we're gonna pin Etsy. Good stuff, good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, get into it. I think I wrote this poem probably fresh out of high school. Yeah, I was a sad girl. I mean, still am. But yeah, this was this was just something I wrote when I was just like in the thick of like, yeah. And it's called Love Fast, Not Diet. You are not deserving of me. To put it plainly, you, the one who holds me in such high regard, the closest to my heart, and you know your precious least. Feast cautious eyes upon the glory that is me, and dwell in discovery of my ill will and discontented sensory. For my selfish decline is clearly altruism. My rhythm in thought is commonly mad and off through time. I implore you, run. Run from my gazes and deranged lusts, away from my clutches. Must you complete me? Least I beseech you to gain me no trust. Existence forbids you to receive what I want. Did I mention the madness? We are already betrothed because we are as milk and honey, bread and butter, Mad and Etsy R&D twin souls. It taunts to haunt me, Do not mistake this courting for love. It awaits to ambush my one moment of ease. The mind starves and the heart is famished for this bit of peace. This is my most earnest wish, my most ardent decree. This is plainly highly regarding why you are not deserving of me. Thank you.
Yes, good stuff, good stuff. Thank you so much, Etsy. Yes, give it up for Etsy. Give it up for Etsy. Yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. How y'all feeling? Y'all still like poems? Y'all still like poems in this place? Y'all ready for some poems? Y'all ready for some more pieces? Yes. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Someone said, of course, yes, yes, yes. So, okay. And also I thank y'all for folks that let me know that the pay links were not showing up in the chat. So I reposted them. So they are all in there. So people can definitely feel free to make sure that you are tipping the artist. You know, and the next piece that I know I want to share. So I'm the next artist. I didn't say that. Let me say that. I'm the next poet again. So I'm going to share a poem. I hope you still like me. And if you do, yay. If you don't, it's okay. We have other poets coming to the stage right after. Okay. And so this, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to do a short piece and then a longer poem. And so this was actually something I was having a conversation with a friend of mine just about the ways that we erase different parts of especially Black leaders' legacies, right? And so we sometimes erase whole pieces of them. And so this is a quick poem to a few different leaders who have been recognized by lots of masses of people and those that haven't and are still kind of doing that liberation work, right? And I wrote this morning, so it doesn't have a title yet. Thank you to Maya Angelou, to Marsha P. Johnson, to Malcolm X, to Mary Jones. Thank you to the sex workers who politicized us, who labored and bankrolled for the movement, even when the movement refused to name the fullness of their labor, who taught us about our bodies and how to love them, to honor them, who taught us to take to the streets and throw bricks at cops, who taught us the way consent feels in our mouths and with our partners, to know the meaning of worship, who wrote us poems before we were born, and who taught us to divest fully from white supremacy, who taught us how to move reparations before we named it as a politic. Thank you to the sex workers who get remembered for everything but fucking for freedom. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. And seriously, to all the people in my life, to all the world, to all the people still doing that work, I think people need to really recognize the ways in which we benefit from the labor of sex workers in our everyday practices, in our politics, in the ways that we talk about ourselves, in the ways that we learn how to do interdependence, all of that, right? So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And so this next piece, because this next piece, I did this poem a long time ago. Yeah, and so please forgive me on this piece. I'm kind of coming back into my body about it. But it's basically about the ways that our internalized transphobia and internalized homophobia impacts our relationships. And so this is a poem called Fag. I went to grab his hand at a party and he moves quickly away. I wanted to give him the benefit of a doubt, like maybe from the corner of his eye, he mistook this hand for something else. Maybe it was a mouse scurrying across the table. Maybe it was a falling piece of debris. Maybe because of my quick movements and lightning fast responses, he thought that I was really being attacked by some sort of futuristic invisible warrior from the year 3033. I wanted to believe in all that shit, but he follows it up by saying, you know, I don't really do that faggy stuff in public. Pulled himself away and slapped my effeminate masculinity back down into its own sequin day-glow reality, because here he could be the man he dreamt of being, and I had only transitioned into being a fag. Bottom of the barrel, knowing that no amount of tea or surgeries could ever erase the limp-wristed nature of my being. And so we treated the delicate nature of this hand like a disease. Watching the eyes of his friends that expected him to bring a femme, he could have presented as his winning heteronormative stamp of trade masculinity, not knowing that this hand had been once marked as holy. See, my father was a Muslim, my mother a Christian, and while to the outsiders in my life, that should have certainly meant confusion, for me, it meant I had twice the opportunities to find God, twice as many saviors, twice as many ways to find myself, held twice as many consultations about why I existed the way I do. If Jesus didn't have an answer for me, I was fairly clear that Muhammad would. So this hand had been prepared to receive whatever supernatural being created this pure body to hold this messy gender the way it does, gave me a reason to live my truth. This hand that clung to my father, just knowing that I too would one day be 6 feet tall and 240 pounds of muscle and all. And when that didn't happen, this hand knew what dreams to let go of and what to reconstruct so I can make room for men like us. It was this hand that's been forced to protect itself from the gaze of cis men that don't see enough feminine in me to be sexual object, but not enough man in me to be brother. This hand has fought suspicious looks that follow you into subways, has commanded rooms of men that arch their backs way up to make sure you are not looking at them, can clear aisles in seconds. Moses had the Red Sea, but I part fucked up closet case masculinities. So when you let go of this hand, know that the palm lines visible here run through like support wire. This right hand has been without a reflection for so long it was busy mistaking you for its left. Know that this hand has mapped the directions of your pain and left a trail of breadcrumbs for you to find your way home. Knows why you can never stop looking over your shoulder in the dark. Knows why you try to forget those that try to cling to and demand that you claim to be a girl because they can't figure out how to replace the knowledge of what they think is between your legs. Knows the nightmares you keep bound beneath a crushed breast in summer heat, collapsing your air but giving you new life. This hand has created and destroyed and lived in solitary confinement as a result of cis-sexist malfunctions, disjunctions that leaves queers like me and quagmires as unlovable transgressions. So this hand is far stronger than you think. So let go of my hand and self-sacrifice if you must, but if you ever feel a need to reach into the pit of your throat to call me a fag again, you should learn to say it with some damn respect. So thank you all. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. And so, of course, if I'm up here, that means coming back to the stage is again the lovely, magical, amazing Saida Agostini.
I'm just waiting for you to unpin and pin. So,
but you paid, okay, you paid now, girl. Don't be shady too. This is about technical.
I just wanted you to know why I was not saying anything after that really, yeah.
Oh, thank you, love, thank you.
You're welcome. And I just want to say, also, I just really want to thank Mase for like creating this space. It's wild that like even on Zoom, like I'm feeling that energy that I think I've always felt at Cupid, right? Like it's just, it really feels like a holy space, you know, in so many ways. There's something that I want to share with y'all. I'm going to come out in this space. I'm a married woman. And I like to just say that. I like to be like, oh, speaking as a married woman. But the person who married us is actually here, Reverend Jamie Washington. And I particularly feel called in this moment, like just to like shout out Jamie. So I come from an old school conservative Guyanese family. When my dad came to my wedding the night before, he was actually in his car crying and singing sad songs. And when I was like, Daddy, do you want to get out the car? He's like, what you want me to do? You know, and he actually literally cried during our wedding. And it wasn't like tears of joy. It was like, oh, are you at a funeral? But like he stayed, right? And it was really hard because I feel like we always have to make these kinds of negotiations, right? As Black, queer, and trans folks, like about what we'll take and what we won't take. But Jamie was, I think, one of the reasons why my father stayed. And I really just want to thank Jamie just for being there and for holding space and just making sure that my dad could be there. So thank you. Yeah. So I want to read a poem because, well, because that's what we're doing. And I want to Halloween is I'm writing these series of sermons, as one does when you turn 40, because you know everything. So you want to let the rest of the world know. And I wanted to share a trigger warning because I talk pretty openly about domestic violence and trauma in it. So I just really want to name that for folks. And if there's time, and Mason, you'll tell me if I just need to hop off. There's another poem I could share as well. It's called A Brief Sermon on Love. I'm remembering a cold morning in Boston, the ice shivering from dark tall trees, the shriek of my own voice begging from across a small room while my partner points a butcher knife to my chest. 17 years later, I cannot tell you what I said, what spell or rune I screamed from the break of my one heart that let me live, what words unlocked her madness, had her set down that knife, its steel shining against the floor, and let me find myself running away with no coat or shoes down Boston's frozen streets, the sun burnishing the air exhaled from my mouth. I'm remembering the tears frozen down my face, my mother's voice on the other end of the phone, 100 miles away, begging, "You are my child, I want you to live." Then calling Lisa, the one person I knew in this bitter city, the quiet breath of her pause, and then, "Come stay with me." There are times I ask God how I am still alive. Think back on every moment I stared death in its face. And in its recounting, there is a Black woman pulling me back. This is love, meaning I could have died, but I lived. Thank you. And I feel like I probably hit time, so I'm just gonna, oh no?
Another piece, yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So I'm fat. And it's a good life. I like to eat. Food likes me too. And this poem is called Two Fat Black Women Are Making Love. Because as you know, I like really complex and deep titles. Two fat Black women are making love. And the joke is right there, ready, shuddering, and alive, rife with promise. There are so many paths that have been worn out for a quick, easy laugh. Tyler Perry strutting with a gun and wig, screaming rotund and loud like a Medea would. Martin calling out "Yo mama" on television, or the meme of a young woman shot underhand, her belly in love with a tight skirt, hands moving towards an open mouth. Look at everything she devours. Imagine it. Does it make you hungry too? Two fat Black women are making love on a bed on the floor, and they are weeping for joy. They are crying great folds of flesh, flushing and shaking. One cannot look in the mirror save for thinking of her daddy, all this ugly and skinned together, counts the men who say they hate her body as they do bitter cops and dead Black boys. Two fat Black women are making love, and they touch each other like they can hold it. Honeyed, profane body, like patriots, like their bodies have never been folded into freezers, screamed at on streets, coaxed or threatened, sweet, like they have names, like we will know them. Thank you.
Thank you for both of those pieces, Saida. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, y'all keep pouring that love into the chat. I want to take a quick breath together, if that's okay with folks. Does that feel okay? Yep. I feel like we went through in a short few minutes, we went through all the different emotions, and you kind of ushered us in so beautifully, so beautifully, so beautifully. Yeah. So let's take a, on three, we're going to take a deep breath in. So 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath in. Hold it. Take a deep breath out. Thank you for that gift. Thank you for those gifts. Mashallah. Thank you, Sai. So what we're going to do next, so we have up next, we have again, Venus Selenite. Venus Selenite coming to the stage to share us some poems. So if you're ready for Venus, if you're ready for the brilliance of Venus, if you are ready, feel it in your bones and your gut, all of it. Please put that in the chat. Please let us know that you are ready for Venus Selenites in the chat, okay? Coming to the stage, coming to the stage, coming to the stage, coming to the stage.
I'm reading the comments, everybody. Just, oh, y'all are wonderful. So I'm gonna take a detour here. So the next poem that I have is actually a breakup poem. I don't think I've ever shared a breakup poem in my life.
We love breakup poems.
So this is definitely a fuck my ex poem. It's in alignment with what you believe in, Mase. It's like whenever someone does you fucking dirty, it's like, what do they get? They get a poem. So this bitch got a poem, but not only does she have a poem, she has a suite. So I think I don't have a title for this poem, but I think I'm gonna call it the Fern Gully Suite. There's a reason why. I will explain it if I ever decide to publish this. So here's the, and just, this is what happens when, you learn, you don't give people control of your life. So this poem, so I will never clean your mess again, cough on your chili peppers, listen to your flute playing, or eat your unseasoned colorless stew. I will never give you ownership, call you magic, collect your traffic tickets, or convince you to try therapy. I will never write good poems about you, cry over your bullshit, feed your plants, or extend grace. I will never miss your van, miss your white best friend, miss your colonialism, miss your ancestors. I will never hold your hand again, listen to your fake blues, be in your countryside, or smell your ecosystem. I will never see your face again, witness your apocalypse, watch you come apart, or let you kidnap my cat. I will never remove our memories, think of you as pristine, make a shrine to you, or have the chance to smack the fuck out of you.
Woo, woo. Not even gonna miss the ancestors, okay? Not even going to miss your ancestors. Like, woo, and the colorless stew, okay? I saw someone, they were in the chat, the color. Ooh, we came for everything. We came for everything of that person's being. Mashallah. We need a prayer. Where's your sage? Y'all got sage where you are? Because I'm going to pull out my sage tonight because I need to sage. I need to know never to cross Venus in life. So I need to know that. Okay. Well, I need to get that spirit out of my house too. Okay. So Venus just released the spirit of somebody into our places. Okay.
I have lived so much life in this pandemic. And like at the beginning, it was just like, okay, I got to kick this bitch out my house. So.
Goodness, thank you.
The rest of the suite maybe will come.
Mashallah, yes, yes. Oh, so y'all ready for some more poems? Y'all ready for some? And I see everybody's got a little bit, snatched a bit in the comments, okay? Everyone's got a little snatch in the comments from that piece. Good stuff. We ready for another poem and another poet? We ready for another poem and another poet? Yes, I see a yes, exclamation mark. So y'all, we ain't bringing Etsy up again unless you ready. So let us know in the chat that you ready. Ready for Etsy to come back to the stage. Yes. So we are bringing back the magical Ezzy Betts to the stage. Yes.
All right. Woo, that was anger. Okay, so this one is called Impatient Erotomania, written as a poem, but turned into a song. So I'm gonna share the song. And I'll never love, and you'll never see. I'll never be with harmony. So I'll soak my bones in the crepit seas. I'll wait like stone. If you wait for me, let's take them down. Brick by brick, one by one. Let's burn this shit. I can count on you to let me down. Won't see those red, red roses or the loneliness drown. A frown to know if smiles are dead. Who cares? I forget your last words said. Let's take them down, brick by brick, one by one. Let's burn this shit. Let's take them down, brick by brick, one by one. Let's burn this shit. My heart tonight, I'll yearn for passion's core. Will I lead them on, or will I leave her sore? How many will I hurt before I'm dubbed some whore? My mind's a whore. Let's take them down, brick by brick, one by one. Let's burn this shit. Let's take them down, brick by brick, one by one. Let's burn this shit. My heart is finally bored with its emotion span. Ocean span. Goodbye, it's so long. For now, till when? Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Etsy. Give it up for Etsy. Give it up for Etsy. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. We got, I'm like, y'all, I'm feeling so tingly. We've gone through so many different emotions today. We've gone through so many different levels. We got gifted with a song. I'm like, I'm feeling blessed. I'm hoping y'all are feeling as bitterly blessed as I am today on this Anti-Valentines Day season. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Etsy. Yes. Yes. And yeah, keep putting the love in the chat. Keep putting the love in the chat. Keep putting the love in the chat. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So what we're gonna do next. So we've been spitting a lot of different beautiful poems and songs. I mean, I believe we've been spitting a lot of good poems and songs. So, you know, I'm hoping y'all believe it. I see in the chat, it seems like y'all believe it too, right? We're gonna take a 3-minute break. When that 3-minute break is over, guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen? I said earlier, we're gonna have a haiku slam, okay? I said we're gonna have a haiku slam. So if you're someone who brought a haiku for the haiku slam, after this, we're gonna hear a haiku from you. Ain't that amazing? Ain't that brilliant? So even if you did not bring a haiku with you to the haiku slam, but you would like to participate in the haiku slam, it's a 1-round haiku slam. It's a 1 round, maybe 2, depending on how things go. But we're gonna have a 1 round potentially haiku slam. So you can write 1 in 3 minutes. So if you don't already have one, write 1 in 3 minutes. Again, it's 5, 7, and 5 syllables, 5, 7, 5. And then we, as the features, will do our last round of poems after the haiku slam. So we will see y'all in 3 minutes for y'all to do your haikus. I'm gonna put the merch link here in the chat as well. So if people wanna check out some of our very beautiful merch, all designed by Black and Brown and Indigenous artists. I'm gonna put that in the chart, in the chat as well, till we come back. Okay, folks, y'all have one more minute. Okay, good stuff. Okay, and so I would love to know, out of all these lovely guests that we have tonight, who would love to do a haiku? Who got a haiku in them? How many people got a haiku in them? You can either put in the chat that you got a haiku for us, or you can, you can raise your hands. Okay, so I said, listen, Nicole, I know you better have a haiku. So, so we got one haiku, we got one haikuer. How many other haikuers do we have? And again, it's 575. It's really simple. Because right now there's a 100% chance that Nicole could take it off. So if you jump in right now, you got a 50% chance. I'm gonna wait for one or two more haikuers. Who got a haiku? Okay, we got two haikuers. We got two haikuers. Okay, we got Robbie jumping in there. So now it's a 50-50 chance. Okay. Anyone want to go for a 33% chance? 33% chance. We got a third haikuer. Is haiku even the proper conjugation of that? I don't know, but that's what we're going to say today. So if that is not already worded, it's a word now because we have shared it in the space. So you can be a haikuer today. Do we have a third haikuer? You know, wait 30 more seconds. Okay. Thank you. I try to conjugate appropriately, so thank you for that. So yes. Okay. So we got one more haiku, or we're going with two. One haiku, we're going with two. Do we have one more? One more. I'm looking around. I know someone's spirit is burning right now. Their poetry spirit is burning up right now. Okay. Oh, we got a third one. We got Salima. So okay. So we got Nicole, we got Robbie, and we got Salima. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, are y'all okay with being on screen for this? Y'all be okay with being on screen for this? Or at least yeah. Let me see. Okay. So I'm looking through. Okay. So I'm going to try to spotlight all of y'all. Let's see can I spotlight all of y'all? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Can I add a spotlight? Yes, I can add a spotlight. Let's see, Robbie. Okay, so we adding spotlights. Okay. All right, so everybody in the spotlight. Okay. All right. So we got our three haikuers. Would anyone, so this is what's gonna happen. So let me explain the rules and what's gonna happen. So like I said, this is a 1 round haiku situation, haiku slam. And so after you all are done doing your haikus, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and we're going to, so typically in person, what we would do is we would choose based off of the loudness of the audience. That's what we typically do. Because we're on this lovely virtual situation, I'm gonna give a time. I'm gonna say Salima, I'm gonna say Nicole, I'm gonna say Robbie. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna wait for you all to pour some love in after each person's name I've shared. And we're gonna measure the digital applause that we get for each person. And we're gonna do it like that. And then people will be able to, whoever the winner is gets a prize, okay? Y'all ready to win some prizes? Y'all look mad confident. Y'all ready? Salima, Nicole, Robbie, y'all all ready? Salima's like, I'm not sure. I don't know, but you doing it. You ready. I see you ready. Okay. So who would like to go first? Okay, let's do Robbie first. Anyone want to go second? Who's going to go second? Salima's going to go second, then Nicole third. Okay. So Robbie, Salima, and Nicole. Okay. So everyone, hush wherever you are. Make sure you're in quiet place as you can. Okay. We got some haikus coming. So coming first to the stage, the haiku slam. We got Robbie.
Hi. Okay. Dating is so weird. Why can't we just kiss our friends or no one at all?
Bravo.
Yes, give it up for Robbie. Yes. We're not voting just yet. Just give it up for Robbie. Not voting yet. Just give it up for Robbie. Yes. Good stuff. Yes. And Salima, I believe you are number 2.
We're just, Robbie and I are in sync. Platonic love is underrated but needed. Trust me, we need it.
Yes! Give it up for Salima! Yes! Keep it going in chat. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. And last, but certainly not least, we have Cupid Ain't Shit alum, Nicole Acosta, coming to us from Brooklyn, New York. Is that where you still at?
Yeah.
Where you be? Okay.
Yeah.
Not to give all your business. I'm like, hey. All right, come on to stage. We got Nicole Acosta.
A north star twinkles. My sun shines in the moonlight. This hand holds yours hard.
Yes, give it up for Nicole. Give it up for Nicole. Listen, listen. I love me some haikus, y'all. This is making me all. I'm like poems, poems. Yes, making my heart happy. We kissing our friends. We learned about interdependence. We are holding hands. We doing all. We went through all the stages, right? We went through all the stages, y'all. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Okay. So up next. Okay. Well, actually, let me make sure y'all know what y'all gonna win. Let me make sure that y'all know what y'all gonna win, what y'all gonna know what y'all gonna win. So what y'all gonna win is you all will get to pick whatever you want from our lovely merch store, from whatever you want from our lovely merch. I'll say whatever you want, at least one thing, you know, don't pick like 10 things, right? Like we a grassroots organization over here. Okay. So whoever wins this gets to pick whatever they want from our lovely store on our interwebs. And so yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out each person's name, and then you all, as the audience, you all are going to, by your digital applause, let us know who's going to win for tonight, okay? So, all right, so up first, who wants to give it to Robbie? So Robbie first, who we voting for? Robbie. Who's voting for Robbie? Up in the chat, up in the chat. Okay, we got, yes, okay. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Salima, you can't vote. You're in the competition, okay? You're not allowed to vote, okay? That is not how competitions work, okay? There's only one winner, okay? All right, next up, who wants to give it to Salima? Salima, vote for Salima. Yes, okay, got some digital applause for Salima, yes. So it's a Team Guyana, okay. All right, good stuff, good stuff. And last but not least, to Nicole. Who wants to give it to Nicole? Okay. Someone said it gave. Okay. All right. I'm like, Salima, are you voting? You're not allowed to vote, Salima. You cannot vote. Okay. D, you're also not allowed to vote sitting next to one of the people who's competing. Okay. Mashallah. I'm gonna actually lean on Saida. Where are you, Saida? You're gonna have to help me decipher this.
Over here. What's up?
So Saida Agostini, let me know what you noticed in the chat. Who do you think got the most digital applause? Who got the most digital?
So I felt like Team Guyana, which is my name for Salima. There was a strong showing. It was robust. But I do feel that in this moment, when we look at the number or amount of applause, it goes to Nicole. Congratulations.
Okay, so that's it for tonight. So thank you to Nicole. Thank you to Nicole and to Robbie and to Salima. And just because we feeling so generous at the lovely Cupid Ain't Shit grassroots poetry movement, everyone gets to pick a prize. So all three of y'all pick a prize from the store. Let me know what it is. You can either message me here or you can hit me up later. Just because I love when people, I know some of y'all do poems all the time. I know some of y'all don't typically do poems in front of people. And I love every time we all harness our poet energy for the stage. So thank y'all for coming through and sharing your poems. Every single piece was beautiful. So we're going to, so thank y'all for that. Give applause to all of our lovely haiku slammers for today. Give it up for our haiku slammers. And yeah, and just let me know where y'all would like me to send y'all stuff and what you want. Okay, thank y'all so much. Yes, good stuff. All right. And so are y'all ready for some more poems? Y'all ready for some more poems? Like I feel like some of y'all might be up for some poems, but I can't really tell. I can't really tell. Okay. Okay. Someone said, I'm ready for more poems, but not for it to end. So here's the sad thing. So good news and bad news. Okay. So the good news is there are some more poems. Okay. There are some more poems coming to y'all. Okay. The bad news is this might be our last round. And that's heartbreak. We want to give y'all a little something, so y'all still want to come around later, right? We're not giving too much. We're giving just enough. Okay. So if y'all will have me again, once again, I'm coming to the stage. So it's my turn for the stage. So this next poem, I think I wrote this poem when I was young and reckless. I think that's the stage of my life I would say that I wrote this in. So I don't know if y'all, our trauma makes us do all kinds of different things in the world, okay? And sometimes we get to that place of like, oh my goodness, woe is me. Nobody likes me. Let me know in the chat if you've ever been that person. Woe is me. Nobody, who could ever like me, right? Let me know in the chat if that's ever been you. Especially, I know I'm in a room of trans and queer people, so I know I ain't the only one. Someone said, rude, listen, because if I'm calling you out, I'm calling us out. I'm calling us to the front, okay? All right. And so this is a poem. And so what's going to happen, so I haven't done this poem in years and years and years. And so what's going to happen is at some point during this poem, a few times during this poem, I'm going to say, because I'm a sexy beast, damn it. Okay. Because one, I am, but you all are. We all are sexy beasts. And so when I say, because I'm a sexy beast, damn it, y'all are going to say, grr. Okay. And y'all going to say it to yourselves. You're going to write it into the chat. You're going to feel the grr. Okay. So we're going to try it out just to make sure that we're all on the same page. Y'all look smart. Y'all look great. Y'all look ready. I want to make sure we all on it. So, because I'm a sexy beast, damn it. Yes, because I am a sexy beast, damn it. Because I am a sexy beast, damn it. Okay, perfect. All right. And so this poem, dusted off, is called Cute. I've called you in because I've realized that I'm having a bit of a marketing problem. See, this week I got the dreaded kiss on the cheek. And I know what you're thinking, I'm making this too deep, but I'm a big kid now who I think has learned a thing or two about what kisses really mean. See, a kiss on the hand means glad to meet you. A kiss on the lips means I'd like to go further and I'm really feeling you. A kiss on the collarbone, as everybody knows, translates to I'd really like to get to know you in the more biblical terminology, if you know what I mean. But a kiss to the cheek is the mark of death because it means you are just too damn cute and sweet for me. Now, maybe they don't think I'm 2-year-old playing in boxes cute, but I am under the impression that they think I'm like Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear in a field of springtime daisies type cute, and that's a very dangerous place to be. Don't pass go and do not expect to cash in on any type of a benefits package. But I'm a sexy beast, damn it. Why can't they see? See, that's where you come in. I need you to help me get them to sense my internal animalistic ready to pounce on some sexy ass natural capabilities because they are fine. Like fine wine, I'd like to dine, so down their swag and press rewind type fine. And the last thing I want them to think about me is cute because I'm a sexy beast, damn it. I need a new image, like maybe they need a more dominant type. So you can teach me to say something not cute, like, well, baby, lay back and let me slip into you so smooth that these walls would have etched my good name into a whole new badass meaning type shit. Kind of kinky, baby? Because I got some thigh-high boots that need some licking if you're thinking of getting down a little later. Just promise to be on your knees when I get home type shit. Looking for something more soft and tender? Well, I got some tasty treats back at my crib if you're up for chocolate with the caramel cream center, if you catch my drift. See? And none of that shit says cute because I'm a sexy beast, damn it. But all they see is cute. Like the kind of cute that keeps promises marked on calendars, that will still pine after them when they feel bad after a breakout or they're feeling bloated. The kind of cute that makes me seem like a puppy that needs to be taken for a walk. But they won't take me around the block. But I'm a sexy beast, damn it. And see these lips are weapons of mass destruction and can kiss a heart into having whole mass romantic eruptions if they would just take a chance on a like new, slightly underutilized opportunity, i.e. me, because I'm a sexy beast, damn it. I just need them to see that I'm not too sensitive or considerate. I push over old ladies on the street and cut in line at will wherever there is a line to be formed. And tomorrow, I may even go down to Chuck E. Cheese's and steal some 10-year-old's lunch money. Yeah, because I'm not cute or sweet. I'm a sexy beast, damn it, who just needs a better marketing strategy. So what do you say? Can you help me? Because I'm tired of them thinking I'm cute. So thank y'all for doing that piece with me. Thank y'all for doing that piece with me. Yes. Yes, and now we all know the sexy beast call is, of course, girl. Okay. Yes. Thank y'all. Listen, mashallah. So coming up and coming back to the stage, we again, from the magical land of Washington, D.C., Saida Agostini.
Hey, y'all. I'm really, really happy and excited to share my outfit and my hair with y'all for one last time. Just as a side note, when I first showed up and I looked at myself on the Zoom, I was like, I'm not giving everything that could be given in this moment. And I'm really grateful. Shout out to Mase for being like, yes, even though I said show up at 7:30 and you already had the black nerve to show up at 7:40, you can take some time to get yourself together. And I did. You know, that's what it means to be in solidarity with Black femmes. Thank you. All right, so the poem I'm about to read y'all was my first attempt at a love poem for an ex. And while that relationship did not last, I think this work will live on forever. It's called Adventures of the Third Limb. I want to name our cock Chocolate Thunder. Tammy thinks I've lost my mind. I see our cock as a blaxploitation heroine, resplendent in the finest of neon spandex, draped in golden chains and a velvet cape, stiff and resolution to kick any jive turkey punk motherfucker ass into submission. Our cock has framed pictures of Prince on the wall and listens to Dion Estes to show her sensitive side. She is fluent in 7 languages, drinks Dos Equis, can paint, sing gospel, praise dance, and is head usher at the Church of Dynamic Discipleship. Our cock is the Renaissance stick. And if you are looking at her sideways, bitch, what has your cock done for you lately? Our cock doesn't hide when company comes, stalks out butt naked in sequin pumps, shining with lube, sits spread eagled on the dinner table, and says embarrassing shit about things she would do to Kerry Washington. And when everyone else leaves and only the 3 of us are left, all limbs and laughter, she pulls me and Tammy closer, our pussies climbing up her veined girth. This is how we fit together, loud, tight, and eager, our wails, her composition, agitated, aching notes, excessio in broken chord. In the studio, later was Smokey, outfitted in a double-breasted Stacey Adams suit, matching gaiters, pinky ring, and straw Panama hat. She'll share a blunt and then play cruising while talking shit about how hard we came and the scent of wet. But in that moment, oh, my love. Thank you.
Listen. Some of us were absolutely not ready. Not ready at all. Oh my goodness. Give it up for Saida Agostini in the chat and her lover's cock. So give it up for Saida Agostini and that magical cock. Okay. Oh my goodness. I needed that in my life. Thank you for that. Oh goodness. And again, so Saida's, if y'all scroll up, Saida's pay links are up in the chat. We're gonna welcome back for the last time tonight, unfortunately, the magical Venus Selenite. So coming to the stage, we have Venus Selenite.
Yay. All right. Thank y'all so much. So my last poem, I guess it's something of a love poem, but something of like a communal, can't talk. I'm getting tired, y'all. But I'm gonna get through this.
We know it's late. We appreciate you.
I'm an early bird. Like I get up in the mornings. I like to go to bed early. But I'm gonna make it. But this is when I think about it, this is something of a community love poem. This poem is one that I've been sharing a lot lately, and it's significant to me because I wrote it the day before my grandmother passed away. My mom passed away in August, last August. She passed away from COVID. And after I finished writing it, I just felt something different in me as an artist and as a person. So yeah, this is something of a community love poem. And it's untitled. It truly isn't over, and it will not be over because this is way more than COVID. When it comes to the world, we remain in the same fire. They are out here acting like the fire is extinguished and we're starting to rebuild. Nothing is happening, but people swear we've moved into a greater half where we can see more of the promised land. We can't see shit. There are days where being a Black trans person is hard. That is every day. At some point, there is a moment where we all struggle with having our life adjusted and wondering how we're going to make it and get pissed off at the world. That moment will happen again and again and again and again, simply because we are Black and trans and disabled and anything else that's a mark against us for being failures, from being inductees of this world order, this false diamond they spindle in our faces. Who do we go to? What do we do after we finish crying out a holy wail? What comes after the monsoon? Who comes next? We do. We come forward, we rise at a morning, whether bright or dark, and we bring ourselves. We raise our hands, we praise where we are, we bottle and label our glory. We collect our tears and pour them into our gardens. We make a new rhythm they can't dance to, a code they can't read, and a future they are not allowed in. If no one told you the truth about the world, you are in the right place. And if someone lied to you, here's a heart-stringing tea. The world as it's formed will never honor you, nor will it hold sacred the multitudes of joy and life you deserve. It won't cater to your design or bow to your godliness because it is theirs, and our world begins at home. Our world, our place, our universe is higher than the fool's mansion they advertise and recruit us for, and the walls must crumble down as Jericho's did. Our world is more than a dream, is never a nightmare, is a character unrustable. It's not over. That gate isn't open for you. They created mirages from plastic. We aren't meant to be their soldiers, and we aren't their property, and we won't be the token blocks to stay cemented within their empire. We are greater than their plight. We are the seeds of replacement, the choices visualized by minds of star people. We are hair finally coming loose and free falling, limbs able to bear fruit, rivers becoming soul friends with stones. What do we do when the forest becomes bigger than our gaze? Where do we go when the bar is closed and hurricanes to get drunk off are sold out? We turn to us. We minister to us and fill up baptismal pools to save our own souls. We sing the newest YouTube spiritual and watch the sunset, understanding why our old folks love porches so much. We lay on hands and witness the gods in each other. We laugh with the cackles of millions of mothers and bad bitches and gender fucks performing dips on Saturn. We speak a spell and sissy the spectrum as best we can. Don't you see it? We are no longer requesting permission to be, not drafting calligraphy for their acceptance or respecting any of their colors with salutes. We're pissing them off and leaving them gagged and dead, one generation at a time. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you so much for that. Give it up for Venus. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Just everything, that whole piece was just so holy and so just, yeah. So that's just, yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yes. And yes, keep pouring that love in the chat, y'all. Keep pouring that love in the chat. Thank you for that wisdom. And thank you just for that, just for that care. Thank you for that care. Listen. Yes, thanks, y'all. Keep pouring that love in the chat. Keep pouring that love in the chat. Okay, I want us to take a quick breath together, if that's okay, y'all. So on 3, we're gonna take a deep breath in. So 1, 2, 3, take a deep breath in. Hold it. Take a deep breath out. We need 2 more breaths. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Take a deep breath out. And take 1 more deep breath in. Hold it. Take a deep breath out. Thank you. Ooh, ooh, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh. All the feelings. I told y'all we went through all the different feelings. We went through all the different feelings today. We went through some joy, we went through some lust, we went through some grief, we went through so much learning. I'm hoping that y'all learned something today, because I definitely learned something today from the knowledge that was dropped, from the flow and the cadences, from the ways people constructed and presented pieces. Like, just there's so much in the ways that for me was shared tonight. And I know I have the luxury of hearing poems every day, that's like, and so I just feel so blessed to hear such brilliance and beauty, and just honoring. I feel like there's been so much honoring of the legacies from which we come from tonight. Definitely, definitely. So our last, but not least poet of the night is, of course, the lovely Etsy, coming up to the stage right now.
Thank you all so much for sharing space. I'm so honored to share space with all of you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So this is a poem I wrote last week, actually, after a dream that I had of my deceased father. Trigger warning, there is mention of I guess abuse. To dear father, an ode to the patriarchy. I hope my gender killed you. I awake from dreams of you still misgendering me. Your spirit still not approving, still can't say she. Even in death, your back is turned. When are you ever gonna see yourself in me? I hope my kindness failed you. I'm still working on being the kind you couldn't afford me. The self-control you didn't afford all the girls you may have touched in secret and under shadow with your guilt and your contempt. Your evils transmuted me into something else, something othered. I'm reminded of the reasons why I'm blindsided by long drawn out goodbyes. I tell myself, be softer to me, to mom, my sisters, my blood relatives, but maybe I'm just as absent as you, just as isolated, as unallowed to connect deeply. As much as I've never wanted to follow in any father's footsteps, I'm still haunted by your hollowness, its distance, haunted by the remnant specters of other men who share your same sad pathways and hatred of internal doubts, feigned certainty, the kind of men who showed me so much loving caress, rugged embrace in silence, stark raving quiet, unparalleled orgasm matched with unbearable pain, men who breathed me so deeply, greedily, quietly, discreetly, the men who would end me quickly if their loved ones knew of our trysts, their desires too great to control and manage their thirst for the girls who are painstakingly beautiful, because in this world, their beauty is an effortless rebellion, never meant to be seen if they only knew you. So I hope the shame that I shedded gutted you. I hope that the violence I've halted with reflection finally dies, named after you, but killing your ego tripping by changing a single letter and designation in a name given. How fragile your curse, your control, your title must have been to fall with me. When family curses are broken by others' tongue, but maybe I didn't edge where you began, 'cause I'm all the greater parts you could never be. Strongest 'cause with and without you. Often pensive, always girl, ended reluctance to show this ending world.
Mm,
Thank you.
mm, mm, mm. Ooh, thank you so much for that, Etsy. Thank you. So all the violence that you have dismantled just in that piece, like just the ways, just everything about that piece, even in death, everything about that piece. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yes, please keep sending that love in the chat. Please keep sending that love in the chat. Okay. Listen. So one thing I want to share as we're kind of moving through and kind of ending up for today. We over here, we believe in reparations. I know everybody on this on this live today believes in reparations, right? And reparations is a few different things. Part of it is about money. Part of it is about building collective power of the people. And part of it is about truth telling. And if there's anything that I could say, Etsy, to Venus, to Saida, there has been some serious truth telling today. There has been some serious truth telling today and some serious uncovering. And so I just want to say thank y'all for telling the truth. If you're still with us in the chat, say tell the truth in the chat, say tell the truth in the chat, say tell the truth in the chat. We are telling the truth on white supremacy. We are telling the truth on violence. We're telling the truth on the patriarchy. We're telling the truth on systems of oppression. We are telling the truth on anti-trans violence. We are telling the truth on trans misogyny and trans misogynoir. We are telling the truth on fat phobia. We're telling the truth on ableism. We are telling the truth in every direction against every system that seeks to cause harm to Black trans people and Black queer people. Tell the truth. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. And so with that, we're going to take another deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Take a deep breath out. And do two more. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Take a deep breath out. One more. Take one deep breath in. Hold it. And take a deep breath out. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to leave us with I guess a bitter poem. I guess it's like a bitter haiku. So we're going to close out with a haiku. My colleagues, if y'all have any other short poems or haiku that you would like to end us on, I'm also down for people to share as well. I'm going to end with a quick haiku. And so this is back in the day. This is for so when I was in dating this one cat, I noticed that people kept leaving little love notes for my partner on the Facebook and all the different situations at the time. And so this is a haiku for everyone that was leaving love notes on my partner's on my partner's Facebook page and stuff like that, right? So be with me. You can flirt with him on Facebook. Well, I fuck him in real time, jackass. That's it. That's haiku. It's done. It's over. So that's it. It's done. That's my
have mercy.
That's my word of wisdom for today. So for Etsy, Saida, Venus, any last words? Any last words for the people? Okay.
Just love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude. Yes, 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 yes. Good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Thank you. Appreciate you, Mase, of course, for holding the space. Thank you all. Appreciate you.
Good stuff, good stuff. Any last words for the people, Venus, Selenite? Venus D. Khadijah, Selenite.
Just a little bit, just thankful for like everyone for coming out and for sharing space with all of you and for listening to all of your poems. I never know, I'm just like always like, I'm always like, all right, we're gonna do poems. And then I go to the poem thing and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know I needed this. So I needed this tonight. So thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
Yeah, so thank y'all. Thank you to everyone that came out tonight. Thank you to all of our haiku slammers. Thank you to everyone who shared something in the chat, who sat and witnessed, who sent some good energy towards us doing this work tonight. So thank y'all for the people that were also tipping. We've like I said, reparations on multiple levels. We believe in reparations on multiple levels, all the different things. And thank you, of course, to Etsy, to Venus, to Saida for telling the truth, okay, in all directions, all the directions. I don't know, my body lit up in so many different ways today because we hit so many different points of truth and clarity today. So thank y'all so much for tonight. We will see y'all next year. Well, some of us will see y'all in different formations throughout the year, but we'll see y'all for Cupid Ain't Shit again next year. Thank y'all for making it amazing. All right, take care, y'all. Peace. Yes. So good to see y'all. Yes.
Good seeing you. Bye.
Peace, y'all.
Thank you.
Peace, y'all.